Dear parents, good morning. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dr.S.M.Zafeer, Pediatrician, working in Saudi Arabia for the past 47 years. Are you worried about your child's unclear speech? If you have not subscribed my channel, please go ahead and press the subscribe button to watch my informative videos. Don't forget to comment. Most of the parents are worried about their child's unclear speech. Children with phonological disorders may leave out a sound even though they are able to pronounce the same sound when it occurs in other words. For example, a child who drops last consonants may say boo for book and fee for fig, but may have no problem saying words like key or go. The prevalence of speech sound disorders, articulation disorders, or phonological disorders in young children is 8 to 9%. There are 4 types of errors in articulation. Number 1, substitution. Number 2, omission. Number 3, distortion. And number 4, addition. Examples of articulation errors include substituting one sound for another, as for example, saying wed for red, or leaving out sounds as for example, nana instead of banana. In most children, there is no known cause for articulation and phonological disorders. In some, the disorder may be due to a structural problem like tongue tie, or from imitating behaviors and the creation of bad habits. Regardless of the cause, your child's speech therapist will be able to assist with the recommended treatment. This child had tongue tie and his speech was not clear. Some words and letters were not pronouncing clearly. The tongue tie was released and his speech became normal. Although your child should be speaking clearly by age 4, they may mispronounce as many as half of their basic sounds. This is not a cause for concern. By age 5, your child should be able to retell a story in their own words and use more than 5 words in a sentence. You may notice that your child's development goes at its own unique pace, and that's okay, at least most of the time. Still, if you are worried that your 2-year-old isn't talking as much as their peers, or that they are still babbling versus saying actual words, it is valid concern. By age 3, a toddler's vocabulary usually is 200 or more words, and many kids can string together 3 or 4 word sentences. Kids at this stage of language development can understand more and speak more clearly. By now, you should be able to understand about 75% of what your toddler says. Here are some ways you can encourage your toddler's speech. Talk directly to your toddler, even if just to narrate what you are doing. Use gestures and point to objects as you say the corresponding words. If you are telling anything, point out that this is the book or this is the cat, whatever it is. Read to your toddler. Sing simple songs that are easy to repeat. Give your full attention when talking to your kid. Don't pretend to understand. However uncomfortable you might feel, ask the child to show you what they mean and repeat back any words or phrases you have understood. To keep the child's confidence high, take the blame yourself. If you really can't understand, for example, I'm sorry, it's really noisy, I can't hear you. I'm sorry, my ears aren't working properly today. In this way, you can just ask him to repeat. Make sure you come back to the child at some point to ask them to tell you again. Arrange sound listening games. Keep things fun with regular, short, small group session
during listening games. Friendly child listening to tin can phone. Developing a child's listening skills is an important part of supporting their ability to communicate well.
Never correct a child's speech. They are not being lazy. If they could speak clearly, they would. Instead, repeat or model back the correct version, but do not ask them to repeat. For example, I saw a cat. Then you should say, oh, you saw a cat. Slightly overemphasize the correct sound, but make sure the conversation doesn't become stilted. Use the child's interest and have fun. Try to have 5 minutes of quality time with the child during each session where you share an activity he really enjoys. If possible, choose a quieter area of the setting so you can really tune in to what he is saying and give the child your full attention. If you like this video, please subscribe, like and share. Thank you. Stay blessed.